It's the week of Wednesday, November 15th, 2017, and you're listening to episode 6 of DuckTalks. Hey, this is Mitch. On this episode of DuckTalks, friend of the show CC Runner 524 joins Pirate and I as we discuss the return of DuckTales again. An awesome opportunity to purchase commissioned art and the Disney Afternoon Funko Mystery Minis. Man, that's a mouthful. And it's here. We are finally back to DuckTales. Well, almost. We're getting very close. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. We're excited to be here. Glad to be talking about DuckTales once again. And joining me once again tonight is my co-host, Pirate Steven.
Ahoy there. Yes, we're back. DuckTales coming back for some more episodes. And we have a lot to talk about today. It's going to be a fun show.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun tonight. Can't wait to get started talking about these mystery minis. If anyone's been watching our Twitter feeds, you know they've taken up a lot of space, a lot of real estate. But we decided to have a little more fun tonight, and we invited a friend to join us. So I'd like everyone to welcome friend of the show and previous guest host, Josh.
Hey guys, I'm back. Here for another long episode, I hope, maybe. We'll find out, I guess.
Well, that's definitely the plan. Well, I know we all three have a lot that we want to talk about tonight. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start off by taking a look at some news that's going on in the realm of DuckTales right now. One thing we definitely want to talk about on our DuckTales podcast is the return of the show. And was super pumped to come across this early last week, that the Disney XD calendar, so they're scheduling their programming calendar, has DuckTales listed for Saturday, December 2nd at 8 a.m. with a brand new episode that is titled The Impossible Summit of Mount Everest. I don't know about you guys, but I think we're finally getting that Huey-centric episode.
Yeah, we kind of called this on our last episode where we talked about, we thought there'd be some kind of Disney XD would order or want some kind of Christmas episode to broadcast for this month. And with Everest, I mean, there's obviously snow, so this could be their holiday show. Not really holidays, but snow, their winter show.
Yeah, Frankie and Gomez was a little caught off guard by the shuffle in the schedule, but the one little tidbit that he gave us was that it was because there was snow in an episode and they wanted that episode to air in December. So it doesn't really look like it's going to be Christmassy or festive or holiday-ish. It's simply because the episode has snow. But it looks like a great adventure. If you look around online, you'll find a few images that have leaked out on the internet, and you can see, I mean, it's just the red biplane in the snow, and that's pretty much all I found. But it looks like it's going to be a fun episode. It sounds like it's going to be a fun episode. Everything we've had so far has been a fun episode. I'm expecting big things. And
Do we know if this is going to be the only episode for December, or we're going to get a few for January?
Well, the calendar only goes out to December 9th. And on that day, in the time slot for DuckTales, is a Beyblade Marathon. So as far as the scheduling goes right now, there does not appear to be another DuckTales episode on the 9th. And no clue what's coming after that.
This is a perfect time during this hiatus, to do DuckTales marathons to get people all pumped up for the show. Because like we said, a lot of people don't know the show was rebooted or exists. So the holidays when people might be at home, kids at home from school, is a great time to rebroadcast a lot of these episodes to get people pumped for what's to come, because we know there's a lot of great stuff on the horizon.
Yeah, I'm searching online every day for DuckTales just because I'm trying to make sure we're keeping up. We're up to speed on everything that's going on, and anything we can write about and talk about, I'm looking for it. And there has been a lot of conversation on Twitter about people just now finding the show. And Tad Stones, the creator of Darkwing Duck and Rescue Rangers, posted on the 12th of this month that he felt like Disney did a great job of launching DuckTales. And, I mean, when you think about it, it was on YouTube. It's still on YouTube, isn't it? Amazon Prime, iTunes, Google Play, and it was for free and out there and all over the internet. And yet it's surprising, he said it was surprising, of how many people haven't heard of the show yet. And even he was actually talking about someone in the industry that he was talking with who didn't know it was out. But it's a great time for people to find out about it.
And yeah, that is a good point, and for people to catch up on our episodes as well.
Are they re-airing the old episodes during the week at all, or I don't know what the schedule is for the show rerun wise?
Well, honestly, I haven't looked for that because our provider, we use Sling TV, and they have all of the current episodes except for the premiere up on their on-demand feature, so we can access the show at any time that way. We don't really look for it. I know I've seen it on there a few times, but I'm not sure. I'm looking real quick for today just to get an idea. It's a lot of Gravity Falls at 1 a.m.
Oh, it's still going.
It's the best time to watch Gravity Falls.
Phineas and Ferb, Gravity Falls again, 5 a.m. Star versus the Forces of Evil.
Another good thing, not that the hiatus is a good thing, but something really cool that is coming out next week is there's going to be a Big Hero 6 Disney XD show. So not having DuckTales, and not that they're competition or anything, but they could focus on this Big Hero 6 show, because I think that's going to draw a lot of audience to watch that, and maybe fans of Big Hero 6 that didn't know about DuckTales will see that as well.
Yeah, what date is that? That's on a Saturday as well, right?
Yeah, I believe it's next Saturday. 20th rings a bell, but I don't know if that is necessarily a Saturday.
The 19th is a Saturday. Or wait,
okay.
Let me look.
It might be this coming weekend.
Sorry, the 18th is a Saturday. And yes, DuckTales did air a few times today, so they do have it in their rotation, and it looks like it's on for next Saturday at 10 a.m. But re-airing episodes. So, but yeah, we'll look at that. Yeah, I'm super excited about Big Hero 6. That's one of my favorite current Disney movies. I guess that's still current, right? It's not that many years ago. 4? Wasn't there just an anniversary for it?
Could be. But Big Hero 6 on Disney XD and DuckTales, maybe this is the new Disney afternoon type series, where kind of like there was a Little Mermaid and a Lion King and
a Tangled cartoon.
Yeah, it's a Disney XD is knocking it out of the park with their Star Wars Rebels and their and now this DuckTales and Big Hero 6. This is a good look for them. And then the Disney streaming, the new Netflix that Disney's going to be doing. There's going to be a Monsters Inc. TV show as well. So who knows? DuckTales will probably be on that streaming cast, I would believe, as well.
I would think so.
Have they given like an ETA on when they're planning on doing the streaming service?
It's 2019. I don't know when, but that series, just to be, if Disney had, like, they got a deep bench, bro. So if they had old DuckTales, new DuckTales, I mean, if you could see if they brought the whole library out there, I think that would be really awesome.
Get some more Goof Troop, Gummy Bears, Gargoyles.
Yeah, it'd be great to introduce that to a new audience. Dinosaurs, Jim Henson's Dinosaurs was a big favorite of mine. That could be on there. More Muppets. The possibilities are infinite, as they say.
It would be great to get a brand new Muppet show.
Yeah.
All right, so one other piece of kind of news. There's not a lot of news out there right now. We talked about that last week as well. But you guys, our listeners, you know that we keep looking out for new items on Amazon. We found we found the DVD box set or not box set, it's just a single episode. The DVD of the premiere, Woo. And so this week we did find something new. It looks like DuckTales Classics Volume 1. It's a paperback coming out July 24th of 2018. So you got a little bit of time on this one. And like we said with Amazon, if you go ahead and pre-order it, you're going to get the lowest price. However low it goes, that's the price you're going to get. It's currently listed at $17.99. And this is actually pretty great. We've talked a lot about some of the more classic comics that have influenced this show, the new DuckTales, the reboot. However, these are the comics that were influenced by the 1980s show. I've never read these. Did you guys read the DuckTales comics?
I did not. It looks like it's 128 pages, and it's the IDW publishing issues for classic DuckTales. So this should be a good read. They got on the cover of this trade paperback is Scrooge McDuck fighting over his number one dime with Magica, which is always cool. So that looks like something I would definitely pick up.
Yeah, I remember seeing these comics growing up, but I never really read too much of them. Every once in a while I would grab an issue, but I don't really have too much experience with the actual comic as a whole. That for those older ones, so I probably would be interested in going through them and rereading all those comics from that collection.
Yeah, the Scrooge on the cover, he's wearing the blue coat. So this is stories based on the DuckTales universe from the show. So it's going to be great to be able to read those. I missed out on those. I did not read them. I did read the Darkwing Duck comics that came out, but I believe most of those were retelling episodes from the show. So I don't remember there being any original content back then. All right, so next on our list of news, this was something that we caught on Twitter, and Pirate and I have been discussing a little bit. He's trying to come up with an idea for a commission from James Silvani, because and now if you don't know who he is, James is the artist for the Darkwing Duck comics. So this is the artist. He did most of the issues in the Definitively Dangerous edition, which was the affectionately known as the omnibus for Darkwing Duck. I think he did all but one comic in this collection. And then he did the recent Darkwing Duck comic book, which has made it to issue 8, and we're still waiting on issue 9. James has some great art out there. You can follow him on Twitter, or you can follow him on Tumblr, and he likes to share his work with his followers.
Yeah, he does great work. He kind of does the with all of his downtime from doing the comics. He will do the Comic-Con circuit where he'll go to all the cons that he can, and he has a table and people could do a commission artwork there, and he sells headshots and things like that. And usually you can't, if you want to commission work from him, you have to see him at a con to get it, but he's doing holiday commissions. So if anybody's interested in getting his piece from him, it's a great deal, and it's just a masterpiece. I've actually gotten 2 of his works from when I've seen him at D23 Expos, and I had a both Darkwing Duck mashups, because I know he's the master at that. So I got Darkwing Duck Disney Infinity mashup where Quacker Jack is taunting him with Disney Infinity figures of Mabel and Olaf, which are the 2 that kind of was getting lobbied for over Darkwing Duck. And then the other one I got was from this past D23 was a Darkwing Duck Star-Lord mashup with Baby Groot was Bushroot. So I have to think of what I want him to do for my third piece, because his work is just amazing. So if you're interested in buying yourself a present, this is the definitely one to get. And you can go see him on his Twitter account, or what he'll tell you to do is email him your idea and come up with something, and then you can go with your deal from there and order commission.
Yeah, and he loves to do mashups. He likes to do original things. He definitely enjoys taking two different properties and putting them together. I'm looking at one right now that he did, which is the Beast and Belle with Universal monsters. So the Beast is Frankenstein, the monster from Frankenstein, and Belle is the bride of Frankenstein. Huh? I guess that makes sense. So, but they're great, and he does. He only does a limited number of these. He doesn't announce how many he's doing. They are on a 9x12 board, and they start at $80 per character in gray marker, and then $100 full color. And then if you want to customize it and add to it, he'll work with you on those prices. He's got some great stuff out there, and I've enjoyed trying to come up with ideas for you. We won't talk about those on the show, but when you decide what you're getting, you'll have to share it with everybody.
Yes, I will post something, I'm sure.
I met him at Dragon Con. We got to go to Dragon Con this year, and he was hard at work on some commissions that were being picked up. I got to watch him work a little bit on a gizmo duck. That was pretty awesome. And he sells the headshots that he draws. I can't remember how much they were, but I picked up one of those of Darkwing Duck. I told him, there were a ton of them that I liked, but I had to go with Darkwing just because he is my Darkwing artist. And we plan on talking about those comics a little bit more in future episodes, and it'd be kind of fun to get him and Aaron Sparrow on the show sometime.
Yeah, the two great guys, Darkwing experts, and it'd be a great show. We're going to try to get them on, like you said.
Well, I believe that's it for the news. Like I said, there's not a lot out there other than, the mystery minis are news, right?
Oh, that's all I've been able to think about this month.
All right.
Yeah, I think I almost, they were in our show notes for last week, and I somehow missed it. And we got to the end, and I was like, so that's it, right? And you were like, wait, no. Hold up.
No, mystery minis this month. Come on. We are kind of excited, not kind of excited, we're obsessed with the Funko line product that they've been putting out for the Disney Afternoon collection so far this year. They've done pop figures, which is just vinyl figures, a vinyl figure line, about 3-inch figure for a lot of the characters in DuckTales and Darkwing Duck this year. And it's rumored that there's going to be some Rescue Rangers and Tailspin either late this year or most likely next year, since we're almost in December. But with that, they came out with a Mystery Minis line, which a little bit shorter characters, and these characters are in blind boxes. So that's the mystery part of Mystery Minis. And we're excited to be putting this collection because this collection has a lot of more obscure characters, and like we've talked about on any other episode where we talk about merchandise or collections, they didn't have this type of stuff when we were kids. So it's very nostalgic, and we're collectors at heart as well. So it's fun to try to put together this collection. I'm glad Funko released it.
Yeah, absolutely. I super excited about these. They look amazing. For some people don't really like the whole design style of the Funko Pops, but I feel like the style that they have reaches out to people who may not be super into that kind of style and still want figures for Disney Afternoon. And so I think it hits more of a broad audience, and I think it may be even more popular. I'm hoping maybe even more popular than the Funko line for the Disney Afternoon figures.
Yeah, and they said that this week they announced that Mystery Minis is up for collector toy of the year award for because they have toy of the year awards every year, and last year the Funko Pop was voted the collector toy of the year, and now Mystery Minis was voted for this year. So it's up and running for it, and this is a great line. I think I belong to a lot of Mystery Minis and Pop Facebook groups, and a lot of people are excited for this Disney Afternoon collection. And I think a lot of people that didn't think they were going to collect it after seeing how great they turned out are changing their mind and going at it to get these.
I'm not really sure how these rollouts go because I've never followed one before. But we knew that there were 3 places where they were going to be exclusives. There were Hot Topic, GameStop, and Toys R Us. Is that it? Just those 3?
Well, there's 4 different types of cases you can get. So
Okay.
there's the basic case, which has no. So the basic case would be sold at like comic book stores, online, any place that really is not has their own exclusive. So maybe this
Walmart.
particular one might be at Walmart and Target, and then the 3 ones like you said. GameStop will have exclusives, Toys R Us has exclusives, and Hot Topic has exclusives. And we're all thankful that Walmart was not included on this one because I guarantee you, if you're new to this game, Walmart is definitely the hardest to track down anything Pop Funko related. So
Oh, really?
we lucked out there for sure. Yeah.
Why is that?
I'm sure down the line, because I know Josh and I have kind of dragged you into this whole Funko Funko life, because that's what it is. And yeah, you'll hopefully you'll get to experience the Walmart track because it is a hunt to try to find things. So
yeah, well, it used to be worse with Walmart because they would have a super small section for Pops.
Mm-hmm.
And then they would have them in different parts of the store depending on which store you go to. So 1, it was hard to find. 2, the employees had no idea what you were talking about. And then 3, they may not even have the exclusives. So they were always so hard to find anything at those places.
So did they sometimes just sell the regular box, or did
so Walmart will probably get a regular box of this. So
yeah.
and I will just let's go down the lineup we got here. So the shows that are included in this, and this is kind of a big collection. There are 15 standard figures that could be spread out throughout the exclusive boxes as well. And then there are 9 exclusives. So 3 exclusives at Hot Topic, 3 exclusives at GameStop, and 3 at what's the other one that I forget? Toys R Us.
Toys R Us.
So between that, we got Rescue Rangers, Tailspin, Darkwing Duck, and DuckTales. DuckTales has the most. There's 24 total characters if you're trying to collect the whole series. DuckTales has 10 figures from the 24. So definitely have the most there. Most of them are the nephews. Who there's a Huey, Dewey, and a Louie, and then there's Huey, Dewey, and Louie with the woodchuck hats on and the badges, and that's the GameStop gets those exclusives. There's Tailspin, which has Baloo, Louie, and Shere Khan, and the Louie and Shere Khan are Toys R Us exclusives, along with Negaduck.
I gotta have that Negaduck.
Yeah, I feel like, and it's just to round it out. Hot Topic has 3 exclusives as well, and that's Negatron, and Magica the Spell, and Scrooge Swimming in Money. So I think, and I'll let you guys chime in here, but I think Toys R Us and Hot Topic got the better of the exclusives here.
Yeah, I totally agree because there's 2 different Huey, Dewey, and Louie's, which is cool. I like that there's variants, but I feel like those 3 from GameStop could have easily been other characters that I think could have brought a little bit more to the whole set. But I think it's still a cool little variant that they provide for those characters. And I know when we were kind of discussing earlier that these exclusives have a really high drop rate compared to some of the other regular figures. And so what's kind of nice is if you really do want these figures, it's a lot easier to get them by going to these stores rather than hoping that maybe there's one in a box. But if you look at the actual numbers, like the Hot Topic boxes that we had, Scrooge was 1 in 6, so there's possible of 2 in the box, and Megatron was 1 in 6, so there's possible of 2 in the box, and then Magica was 1 in 12, so there's possible of 1 in the box. So there's really high chances of you getting these variants or the different characters in these exclusives. And it's really nice for the collectors to be able to do that and kind of move on to each of the locations if they want to collect them all.
It's very generous odds because we know people like Disney Dan who bought a GameStop exclusive case. So a case includes 12 boxes. And you want to think that if you buy an exclusive case from a retail store, that you're going to get at least one of the 3 exclusives they have there. And he didn't get any of the Star Wars exclusives from the case of the mystery minis that they bought at GameStop. So and that's, if you look at the odds for some of those, they were like 1 out of 24 or 1 out of 72 boxes. So it's not guaranteed, but this, in the case of the Disney Afternoons mystery minis, it is kind of guaranteed that if you buy a case from a exclusive with a 1 in 6 odds and a 1 in 12 odds, you're going to get 2 doubles in that box, in that case of figures. And luckily for you, there are going to be exclusive duplicate figures.
Hey, I've got a question. I was just looking at, I've got 2 different boxes here. I picked up, we'll talk about our hauls in a little bit, but I picked up some at Hot Topic, trying to go for those exclusives, and because they were the only ones I could find. And then I've actually ordered one online, and I'm just noticing that on its bottom row on the back of the box, is, no exclusives, it lists Dale, Chip, and Scrooge. So at Hot Topics, where Dale, Chip, and Scrooge are not listed, does that mean you would not get those characters from Hot Topic?
No. So Dale, Chip, Dale, and regular Scrooge would be kind of, even though it's not exclusive to a retailer, it's exclusive to the box that aren't exclusives. So they could be harder to find if you're not finding them at Walmart or Target or your comic book shop or online. Those are the only places where you can get Scrooge, Chip, and Dale, because they won't be in Hot Topic, GameStop, or Toys R Us boxes.
I did not realize that.
But those, the Chip and Dale and Scrooge have the same odds as the exclusives for each of the other retailers. So you have that higher of a chance of getting those, which is also very generous of them.
Yeah, so if you buy a case from, let's say, Entertainment Earth, then you're going to get a case that has 12 figures, and you will get 2 sets of Chip and Dale, and you'll get 1 regular Scrooge in that. So that leaves you with 7 other figures to encompass that box.
Yep. Now,
so you want odds of 1 in 12, because then you know you're getting it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with the different retailers, we've been able to get the Hot Topic ones now. GameStop, I guess a few days ago, they started selling them online, but they haven't shown up in very many stores yet. And so you can kind of search for them in your area, but you're more likely to not find any yet.
Yeah, it was close to 100 miles to the nearest GameStop from me that had them in stock.
And luckily, you can do the check for availability on the website. Because I know before that went live, I was going to stores like crazy looking for these. But now that they have that on the website, I don't have to make that trek and that adventure to all these GameStops until I see one that actually appears there.
When you were at a GameStop, did you happen to ask like if they were going to be getting them at all?
Yeah, it's funny you ask that because I've asked and I've been to so many GameStop is, I like GameStop exclusives because there are so many around me Like they're kind of like Starbucks, where they're on every corner.
Yeah.
And a lot of them I've been to, they will tell me they didn't know about it, or they don't have anything in their computer saying when they're getting their shipments. And if I'm looking at the background, and they have this GameStop TV special that they do for what's coming out this month, and there's the Disney Afternoon Mystery Mini showing these 3 exclusive Huey. I'm like, that. See, you got to know your product, and see, people are going to be asking for these because this is going to be very popular.
Yeah.
Especially, I live in Orlando, so the Disney area, there's a lot of Disney fans that are probably going to, that have probably been asking. I'm not the only person going to all these GameStops and Hot Topics asking for these. So,
well, I was curious too, because I've went and picked up a GameStop exclusive item that happened to be an action figure, and the first store I went to, I asked about it, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, that was something that was pre-ordered, and only stores that there were pre-orders that they sent those to, and so if there was a store that had no pre-orders, that store didn't get any." And so I was kind of worried, because I was like, okay, does that mean, I wonder if these have to be pre-ordered for the store to get them, or just all the stores are going to get them? It's kind of different per item, I guess, on how well they think they're going to sell.
Yeah, that I don't like that answer from them. Everybody.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of worried about, but who knows how they're going to get them.
And a couple of stores have gotten them. I've seen in one of my Facebook groups, I saw somebody must have gotten a case because they opened it up and they had these Junior Woodchuck exclusives. I've also seen a couple of them, not a lot, but a couple of them pop up on eBay. I haven't seen any Toys R Us exclusives on eBay yet, or in any of my groups. So I think they're the ones that are going to be the last to get them. So right now, Hot Topic is your retailer to get these if you want to get a head start on the collection, and to get that Negatron and that Scrooge swimming in money, and Magica, which are 3 great ones as well.
They are. Let's talk about our luck with these, because we all 3 went to Hot Topic in the last week, and we all 3 did. We all buy 6.
Yes.
We all bought 6. Have you bought any since from Hot Topic?
Not from Hot Topic.
Not from Hot Topic.
Okay. So Josh was first, and funny story. We were actually Stephen and I were recording episode 5 of Duck Talks when Josh was messaging us.
Oh no! Was that?
Well, we edited it out. It's not in there. So, but he was messaging us about his haul, and we were trying to talk him into opening them, but he was waiting for his wife to get home, and we gave you a hard time about that, didn't we?
Yeah, like all day.
Yeah, right. So it had been all day because you got them early.
His wife would have kicked his butt if he would have opened them up without her.
Which I think is great. And you periscoped it, which was a surprise for her, right?
Oh yeah, she was like, "You're doing what?"
Well, we enjoyed it, and so you had really good luck on your first haul.
Yeah, I had gotten all the exclusives. I got one dupe, unfortunately, which I got a Scrooge dupe. And then I got Webbigail, and I got Darkwing. And so Webbigail was a little bit more rare, but I luckily only got one dupe. I didn't realize that when I first got to the store, I saw they had a whole box there, and so I didn't really know what to do. I never really bought mystery minis before, so I'm kind of like standing there weighing them with my hands, thinking like, okay, this one's a little heavier. This one's a little lighter. I'm like, well, what should I do? So I just like picked the heaviest ones I can get, because I'm like, oh, some of the characters I want, like Baloo and Monterey Jack, are bigger. So I was like, okay, right. I want those, so maybe I'll get those characters. And so I just picked my 6, and then when I got home, discovered I got all the exclusives, which I'm excited about, because that's part of the reason why I went to Hot Topic.
Yeah, that was a really good haul, and you're not lying. There's professionals that bring their own scales to weigh these boxes, to pick out which ones they want, to get the characters they want. There's also people that memorize layouts of where the lucky boxes are that people have gotten complete cases and marked which figures are where. So there's a lot of good strategies out there. There's also other places out there where they'll cheat, and these aren't like packs; these are boxes. And they squeeze the sides to see what's in there. We do not recommend you do that because that kind of ruins it for everybody. But Hot Topic, as we said, was the first people to get them.
Yeah, and the figure is actually in a black bag inside the box, in all of mine anyway.
Yeah, they are. So it's hard to guess what is inside. It is a real mystery. My kids love opening up mystery boxes. I do as well. I hate getting duplicates. But it's good when you have friends and other people that are collecting these, so you can swap them out and uh, and socialize that way. But Hot Topic is also the most expensive retailer of these boxes. So they're like $8.90 or $8.99, and Toys R Us, when they get theirs, they'll be $7.99.
Woohoo!
And GameStop is $6.99. So
oh wow, okay.
Yeah, it all varies because I mean you could get them at Hot Topic at $8.90, but you can use Hot Cash, or sometimes they get buy one get one 40 off or 30 off. So definitely shop around the deals for these because you could get a good deal and get what you want. Because I think I ended up with 6 of them for like $35 after all using Hot Cash and $5 rewards and things like that.
Yeah, I had I was picking up the Scrooge McDuck Fall Convention exclusive pop. That's a lot to say. And so in the box was $15 off of 50, and then I also had another coupon that they allowed me to stack. So I was only going to get 3, and I ended up with 6. And so I guess with my haul, I had a great one as well. I did get the Scrooge exclusive, and I got the Magica exclusive, which doesn't seem to stand all that well. Mine doesn't. You got to get her just right and not rock the table at all. But I think greater than those two, and I love them, is the fact that I got a Morgana in my pull. Now, she is a 1 in 72, so she's like the most exclusive, right?
Her and Monterey Jack are 1 out of 72.
Yeah,
so
those two.
those are the hardest one. I feel like even harder and more valuable than the exclusives at the stores, since the odds are harder to deal with.
Yeah, and I also got a Gosselin and a Launchpad and Darkwing Duck. So my wife asked me, "How did you get all Darkwing characters?"
You just need your Negaduck to complete that set.
Yes. Well, we've been watching. I'll go ahead and talk about it. I purchased Chip and Dale this week on eBay, and I got them I got Dale for $3 and I got Chip for $6. And then I ordered the Negatron because I'm not planning on going back to Hot Topic. I'm really just buying the ones I want at this point. And Negatron and Negaduck are definitely the top of my list.
Yeah, that's a good strategy, just to buy the individual ones, since that helps out your odds of not getting duplicates once you've opened up so many boxes, is to buy them individually on eBay or through different groups online.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I we did a live unboxing on Twitter, because my girls wanted to open them, so we split them up, and each of us got to open 2, and my wife took pictures, and we posted it as we went. It was a lot of fun. We had a and that night my girls played with these all night. So I know you collectors probably cringe, but mine were played with.
We need to get your wife into this so that she can allow you to get more boxes, and then you can finish your set.
That would make it a lot easier. If anybody has any tips on how I can do that.
Also, didn't you say she thought they were a lot cuter and like she liked them when she got them? And she liked the kids playing with them and stuff.
Oh yeah. I definitely could buy my kids a lot of them. I don't know how many I can get for myself.
There you go. They're good stocking stuffers. That you probably put a lot in there.
Mm-hmm. So what about your haul, Pirate?
So I couldn't. Yeah, I was getting so jealous of you guys because y'all got them like a day before me, and I've been to all over the place, different Think Geeks and GameStops and Toys R Us's. I went the whole circuit that week. And finally, I called the Hot Topic and they're like, yeah, we have it in the back. We just haven't put them out yet. Like, well, come on. Don't put them out till I get there because I want a fresh box that's not been picked over. So I got there when they opened and I picked out my boxes and I got Scrooge Swimming in Money and Negatron, which was great. Those are two of the exclusives. I did not get a Magica. But I was able to pick one of those up on eBay. Not eBay. One of the Facebook groups told me they picked one up for me, and that should arrive tomorrow. So that completes my Hot Topic set. But I also got Webby, which is Webby and the nephews are all 1 out of 24 boxes. So that's pretty much one every 2 cases of whatever Webby or the nephews that you want. So I got Webby and I got Huey, and I also got Cloud Kicker from Tailspin.
That one's awesome.
So that was my 6 boxes, and then
you got another one too, didn't you?
Yeah. So I went. So that was the 6 boxes I actually bought, and then I thought about buying a case of them because really, if to start off. You can get some really good deals online for a case of the figures. I mean, the retail for in the stores between $7 and, as we saw, $9. But so $7 or $9 times 12 is a lot more than the $60 or less you can buy for a 12 figure case. So I went to the eBay and I found somebody selling a lot of 7 different figures that I didn't have for $35. So I thought that was a good jump start to the collection. So that had Chip, Dale, regular Scrooge, another Cloud Kicker, and Goslin, Darkwing, and Launchpad. So that was a good jump start to the collection. And the big thing I got, and I didn't mention this, and I can't believe I mentioned this, but my Hot Topic, I was able to get a Monterey Jack, which, like we talked about, was a rare one. So I was happy about that.
I'm here so jealous between you two. You guys got the 2 rarest ones, and I got a dupe.
But you got an exclusive dupe.
Yeah.
Fortunately, everybody else got that exclusive. So.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll find somebody that needs it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anybody's looking for one, check out Josh on Twitter.
I found a home for him. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So then the Gadget and Baloo are the next rarest ones. They're 1 out of every 36 boxes. So I know we all 3 of us need to find those at some point.
Well, I secretly have a box coming. I ordered as well, so I don't know when it's going to be here, but I bought an entire box, so it's a common one with the Chip and Dale and the regular Scrooge in it, so I may have to do an unboxing when we get them.
Awesome. I hope you get some good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
All right, so I think we talked about everything that's in this collection. Do we want to talk about what we want to see in series if they came out? Because we hope these sell a lot. Everybody out there, go buy them so that Funko sees good results from this, and they want to do if they do a series 2, we hope to see other characters. So we think it'd be fun to do a wish list of characters we would want to see in series 2.
Yeah.
So I think Josh should kick this one off.
Okay. All right. So there's 2 shows. Actually, I'm sorry. There's 3 shows that aren't really represented in here that I used to watch that I consider Disney Afternoon. First one is Goof Troop. There's no Goof Troop in this thing, and that's definitely part of Disney Afternoon. So I feel like there should be like a Goofy, a Max, maybe a PJ, at least those 3.
Yeah, I would say those 3 are definitely popular. The obscure characters would be great if they had a Peg or a Pete.
Yeah.
And I just realized that her name is Peg and he's Pete and he's
Peg Leg Pete.
Peg Leg Pete.
Nah, I didn't never realize that either.
Yep.
Amazing what we come up with on the show. And then and Pete is another Jim Cummings character, so that'd be
Yes.
great to get him in there. And just to segue that, if they were getting any more Rescue Rangers characters, I would think Fat Cat would be one of them. Another Jim Cummings. Who would y'all want to see if they went back to Rescue Rangers?
Fat Cat's gang would be fun. We don't have a lot of villains. Magica and Negatron. So I can't think of their names right now.
I can't think of it.
Yeah, they have the scientist.
Nimble,
with the orange hair.
Professor Nimble, Nimnum,
Yeah,
Professor Nimnum.
He'd be a good one. Gargoyles. We haven't.
That's another one that I was hoping that they would add is Gargoyles.
That one would
That's a
be.
great show.
They would look great, and that's got such a cult following that they would sell. Like Hot Topic would probably sell them by the case.
Yeah, I was thinking Hot Topic exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Would be that one. Another exclusive because I don't think he'd be in a regular set. I was thinking Bonkers would be a good one as an exclusive somewhere.
I want to see from Darkwing Duck some villains. Like I know we got Naked Duck, but I would love to see Bushroot or Quacker Jack,
Megavolt.
or Megavolt. Yeah, I would love to see at least those.
Liquidator.
Liquidator would be
Hey, do they ever
like clear?
Yeah, do they ever do the clear ones?
Yeah.
Oh,
some of them are clear.
Funko, we know you're listening to our show.
Funko has question and answer sessions every week, and someone had asked him if they were going to come up with more Darkwing Duck pops, and
that was Josh.
They said they definitely. Yeah, Josh, did you ask that question?
Yeah,
I did at one point, and they just said, "Oh, we have Darkwing." I'm like,
well, and I jumped in, and I was like, "But there are tons of villains," and we started naming off all the villains.
I really do think they're going to come up with more characters from that. So I could definitely see the villains being added to the pop line, which is great for any of the other lines because once they usually go pop, they go down the list and add it to Mystery Minis, Dwarves, Pint-Sized Heroes. So I would definitely love to see more Darkwing characters. There's also villains from Tailspin. Don Carnage would be a really fun figure to own.
Well, and we also did not get Becky or Becca and Molly, so those would be fun to have.
Yeah, those would be great. And the Adventures of the Gummy Bears.
Yeah, that was my third show. I used to watch the Gummy Bears. I would like to see some Gummy Bear ones.
Yeah, there's like I forgot how many main gummy bears there are, but I would definitely like to see that whole series. So that we named enough that there could probably even be a series 3 in there.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So everybody needs to go buy these so we can get a series 3 after 2.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we've already stated this is my first collection of Funko Mystery Minis. And I've looked at some of the others, the Star Wars bobblehead. Where the Mystery Minis aren't bobbleheads, are they?
No, there's some exclusive license deal where any of the Funko, not any of them, but most of the Funko products that are figures from Marvel and Star Wars have to be bobbleheads. So Star Wars Mystery Minis and Pops, as well as Marvel Mystery Minis and Pops, are bobbleheads.
They are bobbleheads. Okay.
Yeah, Disney are not.
Right.
I don't know if it's Hasbro or some other company owns the exclusive rights to the regular figures, but they can do bobbleheads.
Okay. I was interested in getting the Star Wars bobbleheads, but I kept from it just because I'm not into the bobblehead look, and we have a couple of the Pop bobbleheads, and just not as big a fan of them. They do come with bases, though.
Yes, they do. Well, at least the Star Wars ones do. The Marvels don't have bases.
Okay. Well, but what I was going to say, this is my first time collecting any of these, and so looking at them, the design is great and the colors are great. I really like the kind of, is it like a matte finish? Is that what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, the paint jobs usually with these like blind bags and boxes. You don't know what the quality control is going to be for these Funko products. And so far, every one that I've grabbed has been really great paint jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to mention this because we would totally get in trouble with our listener of the week from last week. Bubba needs his own figure as well. Bubba and Gizmo Duck or Fenton.
All right.
Gizmo Duck.
So we are horrible DuckTales fans that we did not talk about Gizmo Duck.
And Glom Gold. I mean, we need a Glom Gold. We need we need the classic Glom Gold version and the new Glom Gold version.
There we go. There you go. Series 3 can be like some
the villains,
or 2 can bring in some of the new versions of
2017 DuckTales. I love it. Let's get on this, Funko. Come on.
You know that's already being negotiated.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. I need them all. I need all of the Disney Afternoon Funko products. So I'm gonna have to get a new room or something.
Well, I think that's it for our discussion on the Funko Mystery Minis, the Disney Afternoon Collection. We do recommend that everyone go out and buy as many of these as they can. Take out loans, use credit cards, whatever you got to do.
Christmas is coming. I mean, every kid wants these. An adult.
Every kid would be happy with these. That's for sure. But yeah, I mean, there's some great deals out there, and you can watch our Twitter feed. We constantly talking about it and sharing what we find, except for some of the eBay auctions that we're working on. That's how I got Negatron. Sorry, listeners, but
yeah, we'll do a post that says like mail day and what we got in the mail.
Yeah, definitely. I need to show off my Dale. The chip is coming separately, so I'll get it later. Keep a watch out for our Twitter feed. That's at DuckTalks. Not to be confused with that DuckTales, but that's also a good account. And you can find me. My name's Mitch, and my Twitter handle is Infinirama616.
I'm Pirate Steven, and that is at the Pirate Steven, because there can only be one of us, so it's at the Pirate Steven on Twitter.
We want to thank our guest host tonight, Josh, for joining us again. Josh, where can our listeners find you?
I'm on Twitter at ccrunner524, and thanks for having me again. I had a lot of fun, guys. Hopefully I didn't make the episode too long this time.
Oh, we're under an hour. We're good.
Perfect length. Right. No, but thanks for coming on, Josh, and we're definitely looking forward to having you on more often and expanding this DuckTalks universe through the blog and the show and the Twitter. So thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks.
And it's only 2 more weeks until the new episode. So until next time, thanks for joining us.
Woohoo.
I want to try that again because thanks for joining us was horrible.
That's the way it is.
And that's the way the cookie crumbles.
What's your catchphrase?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Josh doesn't have one. We got to come up with one for Josh.
I got to get a catchphrase.
Everybody needs a catchphrase.
Maybe that can be your catchphrase, and I need to get a catchphrase.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you next time. No, I don't like that either. Somebody just end this.
I think we should have the show like, thanks for watching DuckTalks. Woo-hoo.
Okay, I'll say
good.
I'll do the thanks for watching or listening, and you do the.
And Josh does it too.
If you guys will both do it, I'll do it and save it.
I'll do the woohoo. Is that what I'm doing? The woohoo.
Yeah, we're all gonna. All right. It's gonna go woohoo.
Woohoo. So, are you going to say DuckTalks first?
No, you do it, and then you do DuckTalks part, and we'll finish it.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us for another episode of DuckTalks.
Woo!
Don't worry about it. I'll line it all up in the edit. Thank you for listening to our show. DuckTalks is thankful to be part of Res.tv. Res.tv is a collection of podcasters who decided to create a place for geeky content. Check out Res.tv to find more great podcasts.